What if I told you that one of the most sought-after models in the world is 92 years old? That she's been walking runways, gracing magazine covers, and redefining beauty standards for over 7 decades? Carmen Dell'Orefice isn't just a model. She's a living testament to something we've forgotten in our youth-obsessed world. That true style has nothing to do with your age and everything to do with how you carry yourself. At 92, Carmen moves through life with the same elegance she brought to the fashion world at 15. Same confidence, same undeniable presence. And here's what makes her story so powerful for us. She didn't just age gracefully by accident. She made deliberate choices about style, self-care, and self-respect that any of us can embrace right now, today, regardless of where we're starting from. So what does Carmen know that the rest of us are just discovering? Let's talk about the 7 transformative style lessons she's been showing us all along. 1. The power of posture and presence. You know what strikes you first when you see Carmen Dell'Orefice? It's not what she's wearing, it's how she wears it. And that difference, that seemingly small distinction, changes everything. Carmen understands something most of us overlook. Your posture is your first outfit. Before anyone notices your jewelry, your shoes, or that beautiful scarf you chose, they notice how you hold yourself. Do you walk into a room like you belong there? Do you stand tall, shoulders back, chin level with the ground? Here's the truth. Confidence isn't something you feel first and show second. It works the other way around. You stand tall first, and the confidence follows. Carmen has spent decades perfecting this principle, and at 92, she moves through spaces with more grace than women half her age. This isn't about rigid, military posture. It's about alignment, about honoring your body by carrying it well, about sending yourself the message every single day that you matter enough to take up space properly. Practice this today, right now. Lengthen your spine, roll your shoulders back and down. Feel that shift? That's presence. That's Carmen's first lesson. 2. Embracing your silver crown. Let's talk about Carmen's hair. That stunning silver mane that's become her signature. Because this is where she made a choice that changed everything. And it's a choice many of us are facing right now. She stopped fighting her natural hair color decades ago. Not because she gave up, not because she stopped caring, but because she recognized that her silver hair was powerful, distinctive, beautiful, and trying to hide it was costing her more than money. It was costing her authenticity. Your gray hair isn't something to disguise. It's a crown you've earned. Every silver strand represents wisdom, experience, laughter, tears, survival, joy. Carmen wears hers with pride, and that pride transforms what could be seen as aging into something magnificent. Now, does this mean you must go gray? Absolutely not. This is about intention. If you color your hair because you genuinely love it, wonderful. But if you're coloring it because you think you should, because society says so, because you're hiding, that's different. Carmen's lesson here is simple. Whatever you choose, own it completely. Make it yours. Turn it into a signature, not a secret. 3. The art of timeless tailoring. Carmen doesn't follow trends. She never has. At 92, she's not trying to dress like she's 30, and she's not retreating into invisible, shapeless clothing either. She's found something rare, the space in between. What's her secret? Impeccable tailoring, classic silhouettes, investment pieces that transcend seasons and decades. She understands that when something fits you perfectly, truly perfectly, it doesn't matter when it was made or whether it's in fashion. Think about this. Carmen might choose a beautifully tailored blazer, well-cut trousers, a classic coat with clean lines. These pieces work because they're designed for the human form, not for a moment in time. For us, this means shifting our thinking. Stop asking, is this trendy? Start asking, does this fit my body beautifully? Will I still love this in 5 years? Does this reflect who I am, not who Instagram says I should be? One perfectly tailored piece outperforms 10 trendy items every single time. Carmen has built an entire career on this principle. She invests in quality, in fit, in pieces that honor her body rather than fighting against it. Your body deserves clothes that celebrate it, whatever shape or size it is. That's Carmen's gift to us. 4. Simplicity as sophistication. Here's something you might not expect about one of fashion's most enduring icons. Carmen's personal style is surprisingly simple. She's not drowning in accessories. She's not layering pattern upon pattern or chasing maximalist trends. Instead, she chooses simplicity, clean lines, neutral colors, one statement piece rather than 5 competing ones. And somehow, this restraint makes her look more expensive, more elegant, more memorable than someone wearing twice as much. Why does this work? Because simplicity puts the focus where it belongs, on you. When you're not distracted by busy patterns or jangling jewelry, people see your face, your smile, your presence. The real you emerges. This doesn't mean boring. It means intentional. Carmen might wear all black with one striking piece of silver jewelry, a crisp white shirt with perfectly tailored pants, a simple dress in a beautiful fabric. Each choice is deliberate, never random. For those of us over 50, this is liberating. We don't need more stuff. We need the right stuff. We need pieces that work together effortlessly, that make getting dressed a joy rather than a battle. Start simplifying today. Choose your favorite colors, probably 2 or 3 neutrals. Build from there. Less truly is more. 5. The confidence of bearing your arms. Now let's address something Carmen does that stops people in their tracks. At 92, she wears sleeveless dresses. She doesn't hide her arms. She doesn't apologize for them. And this single choice carries a powerful message for all of us. Somewhere along the way, we absorbed this idea that after a certain age, certain body parts should be covered, arms especially. We've been told that upper arms should disappear behind sleeves, that showing them is somehow inappropriate or unflattering past 50. Carmen rejects this entirely, not because she's trying to prove something, but because she refuses to let arbitrary rules dictate her comfort and expression. She wears what makes her feel beautiful, and her confidence in that choice transforms how others see her. Here's what I want you to understand. Those rules about covering your arms, they're not based on aesthetics. They're based on shame, and shame has no place in your wardrobe. If you love your arms, show them. If you prefer sleeves, wear them, but make it your choice, not someone else's rule. Carmen teaches us that owning your decisions, whatever they are, is what creates that magnetic, ageless quality we all admire. Your body at 50, 60, 70, 92 has carried you through life. It deserves celebration, not concealment. 6. Maintaining your own standards. Carmen Dell'Orefice has never had the luxury of letting herself go. As a working model, she's maintained discipline around fitness, nutrition, and self-care for decades. But here's the important part. She didn't do it for fashion. She did it for herself. She walks. She stays active. She nourishes her body with good food. She gets proper sleep. These aren't beauty secrets. They're life practices. And they show in how she moves, how she carries herself, how she radiates health at an age when many have given up. This is where we need to be honest with ourselves. Looking good isn't just about clothes. It's about how we treat our bodies every single day. Are we moving them, feeding them well, giving them rest? Or are we neglecting them and then wondering why nothing looks quite right? Carmen's discipline isn't about vanity. It's about self-respect. It's about recognizing that you have one body, one life, and how you care for it matters. Not for anyone else, for you. You don't need to become a fitness fanatic. You don't need a model's regimen, but you do need to move, to nourish yourself properly, to rest. These things aren't optional extras. They're the foundation everything else builds on. Start small. 1 walk today, 1 better meal, 1 earlier bedtime. Carmen would tell you it adds up. 7. Living beyond the mirror. Here's Carmen's final and perhaps most important lesson. She's never lived her life in front of a mirror. Yes, she's made her living through her appearance, but her life has been about so much more than how she looks. She's been married, divorced, faced financial hardship, rebuilt her career multiple times, raised a daughter, survived in one of the world's most brutal industries. She's lived a full, rich, complex life, and that depth shows in her face, in her bearing, in her presence. This is what we often miss in our obsession with looking younger. The most beautiful thing about aging is the life it represents. Your lines aren't flaws. They're your story, etched in your face. Your changing body isn't a tragedy. It's evidence of a life fully lived. Carmen's beauty at 92 doesn't come from defying age. It comes from embracing it while refusing to be diminished by it. She knows who she is. She likes who she is. And that self-knowledge radiates outward, making everything else secondary. So yes, dress beautifully. Stand tall. Care for yourself. But remember, you're not doing this to stop time or to look like someone else. You're doing it to honor yourself right now, exactly as you are. Because that self-acceptance mixed with self-care, that's what makes you unforgettable.